Is it possible to have commercially successful art without pay? For example, if you had fun making something and it goes super viral, does it not constitute to successful art? Or people have to watch you suffer to feel the sincerity? Elvis Presley, with the need to look a certain way and to be a certain level of skillfulness, right? It really caused him a lot of health problems and eventually led to his demise, right? There's this video about his last performance before his death. He cannot even talk properly to the audience.
I don't know. Yeah.
But when, okay, now you can go back and play your song, right, to entertain the audience, right? Wow, he's perfect. So is it worth the sacrifice that your audience love you for this, but then you're just killing yourself? We often celebrate creative success as the ultimate dream, to be seen, to be applauded, to leave your mark on the world. But behind the standing ovations and viral moment is a darker truth. For many artists, success doesn't liberate, it devours. So today we explore the hidden cost of creative success. Why the very thing that gives artists recognition can also break them. From Michelangelo to Elvis Presley, Amy Winehouse to modern creators like on social media, is the price of brilliance too high? So today's topic will be about is creative success worth it? Like we are practicing turntablism for 8, 12 years, then suddenly, oh, turntablism not important already. It's about music production. Oh, music production, suddenly you produce for 4, 5 years, it's not important anymore. It's about content creation. The game is constantly changing. And what you did for like 10 years, right? Suddenly, oh, AI was invented, sync button was created. Yeah. Whatever you do has become pointless. So is it worth it to chase artistic artistic brilliance? What do you guys think?
I say, as a DJ,
Yeah, as a turntablist, actually, as a
fellow turntablist,
musician, it really applies to you.
Yeah, because like you put in a lot of effort into your live artistic skills, you know.
And you're usually alone.
And yeah, you're usually alone
Practicing.
whole journey of like, okay, I want to perfect this routine. This song goes to this in this way, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like the planning process. But when you're learning new skills, of course, you're learning like, be it from the internet or from the other grades, like locally or even internationally. But like when you come to a point where like it is not as relevant as it was, right? You kind of feel like, oh, did I waste my time learning this skill for like, I don't know, like don't know how many years, you know?
Yeah. So it kind of reminds me of my turntablism and music production days, where I lock myself up in a room for like 8 to 12 hours, right? Daily, to perfect the details, right, that most people wouldn't even notice.
Oh, damn.
And then slowly I decided that it is not worth it as I start to have a significant other, as I start to live by myself. I need to like earn my own income, right? Then I realized that at my current stage of life, if I can do music, right, it's really a luxury. It's not something that will bring me closer to my goals, which is right now mainly financial related. Yeah. Lor. So perfection through obsession, man. Obsession, like what Mr. Beast says, right? I don't just like video, I'm obsessed over it. I'm obsessed, you know. Yeah, obsession can fuel brilliance, but if left unchecked, right, it can lead to mental health crises. Yeah. Very much like the movie Black Swan and Whiplash.
Oh, yeah, Whiplash.
Yeah.
Have you guys watched the movie Whiplash?
Yeah. By your hair, just a touch.
Are you over? Are you under?
Yeah,
Are you over? Are you under?
Yeah.
Oh my god, why am I laughing at the scene? It's supposed to be really depressing.
Yeah, it's a very, like, when you look at the big picture of it, right, it's actually depressing as a creative to be like under so much like
pressure,
right? And all that for, let's say, just one performance, you know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, in that case, like, because as DJing, you're playing other people's songs, right?
Yep.
But let's say as a musician, every note, every rhythm needs to be close to perfect or exactly perfect.
Yeah, like all the pianists.
Yeah. You miss one note, the whole crowd like, oh, you know? Yeah.
Actually, I got something interesting about this. So you know how we think that DJs when they play remixes are like that you mix wrongly is a bit weird or it's a bit bad, right?
Or like the not fully quantized.
Yeah, not fully quantized. Like we all strive for this perfectness, right? In the classical music world, people listen to different conductors for their their unique differences.
Yes.
So
Okay.
while the score sheet, so let's say Beethoven's Ninth Symphony, the melody is the same, but there are parts of it where the conductor may want to extend the time, shorten the time. Like it creates different vibes. Like different conductors have different unique personalities, and people who go and listen to like the same symphony over and over again, they tend to want to listen to different conductors because each conductor can do something different. Which in that sense, right, something that I think a lot of DJs can also look at is like actually people are there to listen to your difference, not there to listen to the same perfection.
Yeah, it's like music score. You have your legato or your crescendo, you know, and every pianist or guitarist, their definition of that is different.
Yes.
Some people the crescendo is like that. Some people the crescendo is like that.
It's
know?
just
like
exponential.
You know.
Yeah. Then different definitions of volume also.
But that really takes like a trained ear lah. You really must be an appreciator. But
it is.
Very sad thing for DJ, right, is most people that enjoy our music are 50% drunk.
Yes, that's very true.
So that might not matter as much to them. They don't really care your legato or your crescendo or whatever, your staccato.
They just want to listen to their Jason Derulo.
Yeah,
What the fuck, bro?
Yeah, they don't care if it's like the three different hi-hats are all clashing with each other.
Yeah.
It's just more or less the bass is that tung, tung, tung.
Yeah.
Your hi-hats can be all off.
Precisely. I mean, like when people go to the club back then, at least they go there to hear fresh music,
right?
Like to learn about songs that they didn't know they heard. I mean, they want to hear, right? Yeah. But right now, it's like people are coming to tell you what songs they want to hear, which is like a huge shift, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And as a creative, like you want to explore new music, as one of the posts that you talked about last time. Like you want to explore new music, but you also need to keep the balance of music that people like.
Yeah.
Then, like you need to go back and forth between these two sets of music.
Yeah.
Then on top of that, like for example, an open format night, you're going between genres and between different generations of music, which is like a lot of brain power, in my opinion.
Yeah, it does take a lot.
If you don't satisfy your audience, you don't eat.
Yeah, precisely, because they are the reason why you are on that stage behind the booth,
right?
Being able to perform to them. And if they don't like it, that's the last time you're gonna be there, right? Yeah.
I think a very good example is Michelangelo, the one that painted the Sistine Chapel in Italy, right? He was not doing it because I have an artistic moment. I want to paint the rooftop as my greatest piece of work. He was like commissioned by the Pope to do it.
And
then he's like, I don't want to do it. But I think maybe he has another project with the Pope, so he don't want the Pope to cancel the other project, right? So he's like, he do it for the Pope lah.
Yeah, I mean, if the Pope asks, you're not gonna say no lah.
I mean, if you're Michelangelo, you probably can say no, but you also don't want to risk your other projects. So it's like a dilemma for him. So he said yes. And then in his diary, right, he journaled this as one of his most painful experience. Because for 4 years, right, he has to look up and paint the ceiling. And he was not a painter. Michelangelo is a sculptor. So he had to spend the first 6 months to learn how to paint that technique that will allow him to paint that kind of paint that can stick on the ceiling. So everybody is doing it. You know, the arts is being created to serve either money or power. Yeah, so if you do music, right, that don't really care about money or power, right, you're really just doing it for yourself, and you cannot expect it to reach a wide audience.
Yeah. I mean, it has to start out some way, because like, if you can grant stability with this music, right, then that's where it gives you the security to explore other things. You know what I mean?
But then there's a risk though. Then you are known as that kind of music. Like for example, if you play open format all day, right?
Yeah. Then
do you think Tomorrowland will hire you?
Precisely.
Because you are the question mark DJ. What are you? You know?
Yeah, like the sense of identity is not really there.
Yeah.
So that one thing that I struggle with.
Yeah.
But I also believe like there are many people who do open format gigs kind of struggle with also, because they don't have that identity that can get them, let's say, booked for, as you say, Tomorrowland, or even like any other kind of electronic festival in the world.
Like when I say the word Skrillex, you can literally hear the sound, you know?
Immediately there's a sound.
Even if he's transitioning to a different sound, right? Like it's a gradual and not like a sharp transition, and it's still within the realms of something familiar.
Actually, I wouldn't say somewhere else was something familiar. People would mark him as like different eras.
Like different house era, the techno era, techno Skrillex.
Yeah, like so like
Skrillex.
for example, very good example, I think for me would be Porter Robinson.
Oh, yeah.
He has very distinct eras, like the World's era, Shelter. Then
The latest one, right? He just came to Singapore.
yeah. So he very clearly has different eras, and then he does play into that where like he knows that some people like this version of him, some people like this version of him. So he's not a one hit wonder problem where like what's a very good one hit wonder?
Soldier Boy Crank That. No, like actually Soldier Boy Crank That a lot of hits, yeah.
Maybe I would say like Rick Ashley.
Never gonna give you.
No, Smash Mouth.
Okay, Smash Mouth.
All Star is a very one hit wonder song that they hated, that they really hated for themselves for doing it. Right. So he plays into the idea that everyone likes him in different eras. So he always goes back to certain eras just to please his older audiences. Then he goes to the newer era to please his newer audience. That kind of stuff. So I wouldn't say that some artists are always locked to one sound. They can change, but I think they need to be very aware of like when they change, right? People will not like them anymore.
Yeah.
But it means that also more people will now like you.
You will reach a different group.
There are always different groups of people.
And if you can survive your transitions, right, you are called a legend.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's also Skrillex also managed to do that. He went from like really hard 2010 stuff to like now like this really creative sound.
Like trap, hybrid trap kind of stuff. Yeah.
That's true.
So one example is Elvis Presley because he's obviously a very commercially successful artist, right? He's really pandering towards the audience, but because of the need to look a certain way and to be a certain level of skillfulness, right? It really caused him a lot of health problems. He's really like shut in. Whatever his problems, he really cannot say because he need to like portray that amazing, I'm your Prince Charming kind of look lah. And it eventually led to his demise, right? Close to the end of his life, right? Where he has like he's very, very constipated and it's causing him some cardiac problem because as he's like trying to deficit, as he's trying to shit. Yeah, so that's basically the general story. So as we saw, right, there's this video about his last performance before his death.
Yeah.
He was like, he cannot even talk properly to the audience, like addressing the audience, he's like slurring. But now you can go back and play your song, right, to entertain the audience, right? Wow, he's perfect, Like the full focus is really on the craft. So is it worth the sacrifice to, so full focus on making it perfect, right? That your audience love you for this, right? But then you're just killing yourself.
Okay, I think for this case, Elvis Presley was a very really sad story because he was just a small town kid that never really experienced fame. So the story of how he was discovered was also very interesting. I recently learned about that. Like he went to like this recording studio that basically the owner was like, oh, you just pay $5, you can $5 in like 1960s money, which was a lot, but it's not that much. Then he will record, and then the recording studio was like, this guy is really good singer. Then he just wrote down something, and then after that, one day he found a band that might work in, and then he launched him into stardom. But like Elvis was like known as like the ladies' man, like he was known for being so
the K-pop idol before K-pop idol.
Yeah, he was the K-pop idol. He was so sexually encharged with sexual energy that girls would be like
throwing themselves.
Yeah, they would be throwing themselves. So he was forced into like a level of fame that
you need to look perfect. You need to sound perfect.
Yeah, but he also couldn't handle it because he didn't know how to handle it. So he went into he became overweight because he ate so much. He lived like a very unhealthy lifestyle because like the rock star lifestyle.
Yeah.
So Elvis Presley was like really sad towards the very end.
Yeah.
That was after the conscription, right?
Well, I'm not sure.
Oh, because like there was a period of time like before he was conscripted. Like that was the era of the war.
Into the army.
Oh yeah, probably.
Did he join?
I believe he participated in some way. Then when he came back to like do his like performances again, right, he looked like vastly different. Because like you're switching from one lifestyle then back to your old lifestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then that's where like the fat Elvis kind of like memes came out.
So this actually relates to when I was an engineering student and I'm doing DJing at the same time, right? I couldn't handle that thought process because as engineers, right, we're just sitting down there and figure it out, right?
Mm.
But then when it comes to music, right, you do for 4 hours, then you just like, wow, you need to just go and sleep. And then you will just come and dream out or something. Yeah. So
Yeah.
one of the most amazing story, right, is I had a very short deadline, right, to showcase this new product, DDJ Rev 7. The turning
Rev 7.
yeah. So I was like, okay, I kind of got an idea what to do, And then as I'm trying to compose the turntablism routine, right? And then I just somehow there's this missing gap here, missing gap there. And then I'm just like, wow, dude, I'm already like maybe 8 hours in already. I still can't do it. And then tomorrow I need to record, edit, and send to like Kevin Keegan, right? How am I to do it? And then I have nobody to talk to because my girlfriend's at work, right? So I don't have people to bounce ideas off, right? So I'm like, you know what? Let me make an executive decision to sleep. And then I sleep, right, for 1.5 hours, right? In my sleep, I swear, right, I dream about the routine, how I piece it together, and how I'm going to complete it, right? And I wake up, right? I can straight away perform the routine. I like literally practicing in my sleep. It's fucking insane. I've never had this experience before, except for that, lah. And then shortly after, right, I just recorded the routine, right? I think I record like maybe 30, 40 times to really get it perfect. Then others, then I edit, like, okay, with all the pointers, like what my hands are doing, and I should really send to Kevin Keegan. And then it's like the official launch video for Singapore DDJ Rev 7. Yeah, moving platter.
I should go and search.
controller.
I should go and search up for it.
I think 10,000 views.
And that reminded me of like when I had to prepare for the Sentosa spin-off, right? So the competition day was on a Saturday. I fell sick on I think it was like Sunday-ish. Like I caught it on Sunday. I had a fever all the way to Thursday. So during that like state of mind, right, like a high fever, just like I took a lot of naps in between. But whenever I took a nap, right, I would visualize like how I want a certain part of my routine to sound like. Because like I'm constantly thinking of the competition. It's like a big competition for me.
I think you can only do that when you really reach a certain level of mastery, right?
Yeah,
you cannot be a noob and like visualize,
Yeah, like you know what you can do, and like that's the way you're gonna do it. Then I was like in like the half asleep state. I was planning everything. On Thursday afternoon, when I felt like fit enough already, right? I just pieced everything together, like Ableton, edit. Then I put everything in sequence. Okay, let's try it out.
Right.
Then there were many tweaks. Then on Friday is where I finalized the whole set. Then I recorded it for the first time. Just nice, 15 minutes.
Done.
I didn't how to say, estimate how long it would be.
Right.
Because they told me, oh, finals is 15 minutes. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Then I like out of commission for half the week. You know what I mean? Then I'm like, okay, let me scramble. Like, okay, maybe I can use this song. Oh, I want to play a bit of EDM.
Right.
So how do I transition from like turntablist trick to EDM?
Yep.
And EDM, then because I wanted to include one more section to showcase drum and bass. Then from EDM to drum and bass, how you go from 128 to 150 BPM, that kind of thing. Like all the ideas had to come in a like over the span of the week. But for me to practice them, wow, I only had like 1-2 days. Yeah.
So I saw this time management thing, right? And then they said that, right, at the end of the day, you should focus your task on creative tasks for the end of the day. It kind of relates to you, you sleep and you're like so tired and groggy, right?
Half awake state, right?
Like when you just awake, right, you should allocate your time for logical things, because logical things, there's a step-by-step procedure. It will take up your brain power. And then when at the end of the day, you're fucking tired already, right? That's where you can sort of get creative, where you will start to do things that you don't normally do. Then you will just accidentally stumble into like a beautiful accident. Do you guys agree? Like, do you all do that for creative tasks, end of the day, logical tasks at the start of the day?
I feel it's a hit or miss for me.
Or is it
sometimes when you are so drained from doing logical tasks, then you're just too tired to think of anything else. Then the creative side, although some ideas might come in,
but can I execute?
Yeah, but you won't be able to execute them because you're so drained from the day already.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like doing the creative stuff at the start of the day kind of helps, or like at least record it down.
Okay.
So that you can do, like in a sense, the creative stuff in a systematic order. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you wrote it down already. Like, okay, I'm gonna do this. Like for example, I want the scenes to sound like this. Then when you want to create it, you have your system to create it. You know what I mean? You don't need to have the creative process as you're making it.
Yes.
You can plan out the creative process with the idea on the spot. Yeah. But I
How
mean,
you day job logical engineer? So do you ever
Wow.
face this?
Well, the thing is that I've never had to push myself that creative.
Oh.
Like, okay, so my creativity, right, comes to me in sort of like in the moment. Like I've never had to sit down and plan out for things and then it becomes creative. It's usually in the moment where it's like let's say I'm mixing, right? It's like in the moment I'll think, hey, wait, this sounds like I can put into this song. I'll just take it, grab it, and just try my luck with it. And that's where like I feel like my creativity shows.
But the problem comes, right, when you do this as your job and then you have a deadline, you have to submit.
Yeah.
Oh shit, man.
That is the thing that I actually struggle. So like if you ask me to actually you do ask me to make sets, right? I really struggle with that because I cannot do things planned out. Actually, I have the exact opposite problem. Most other
I give you
days.
2 weeks, you take 2 weeks. I give you 2 days, you take 2 days.
Yeah, because I cannot plan anything out. I don't know why my creativity doesn't work in that sense.
But I think it's also a luxury because you actually don't have to do creative work full time lah.
Yeah.
So you don't have to like stress yourself that way. Yeah.
Actually, maybe I'm more creative than I realized, but I probably have no idea.
But you never pursue.
Yeah, I've never pursued. I've never tried it out, plan out the creativity. Yeah.
Interesting.
And then also another thing, right, is that right now, right, even though we talk about creative, artistic perfection, right, it slowly but sadly is becoming less and less important because there's a huge emphasis placed on social media and your public fame. And right now, the trend is all about creating content that shows your vulnerability, your relatable, can you hashtag relatable, you know, your true self. But then end up, right, we have a bunch of people recording themselves crying, doing apology video, you know, purposefully failing, right? Doing stupid shit just to get engagement.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So these are some of the price that we have to pay to be seen, right? But is that I don't know, is that the right thing to do? What do you think of this? Or you frown upon it? No, it's all about the arts.
I mean, as they say, like you don't hate the player, you hate the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like how Fred again, how he got this worldwide acclaim, right? It's the Boiler Room set, right? Yes, he was brilliant, right? But it's all about the guy stopping his music. And then he's like chill about it.
Yeah.
And then we have Zula. I don't know if you know Zula. This
Not very
apparently allegedly Nepo baby DJ, female DJ lah, that also tried to re-engineer the same thing. Somebody stopped her music and then she's like, oh, it's okay, you know, that kind of thing to try to get that it's like following the trend lah. Yeah.
I see. Oh, it was the one with the cameraman, right? I think.
No, it's not a cameraman. It's just a random party guy, like partying inside the dance floor, like a boiler room, right? Yeah,
like a little paid actor.
but we don't know that
allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, you know that brings up a good point, which is that I think if it's organic, right? People can tell. People can tell if something is organic.
Yeah.
Right. But if someone has seen something being done before, and then you try to copy and act it and pass it off as organic, right?
Right.
It just does not work.
I mean, that's the whole entire dilemma of TikTok, right? Like I see somebody do a trend and we just copy, then everybody copy.
Yeah.
Like Tamyongker.
Oh yeah. Oh, that trend.
Yeah.
Wow, that song is so popular now.
Yeah.
I mean, then things like crying in front of cameras, right? I think for this one is people don't realize that the act of filming something causes something to no longer be genuine.
Yeah.
So okay, so
even vlogging,
yes,
takes a conscious effort, right?
Yeah. So for example, right, let's say you go and look at the Mona Lisa, right? There is no way for you to experience the Mona Lisa as a picture because the moment you go there, right, you are standing there in a crowd full of like hundreds of people taking a picture.
Yeah.
So,
flash and shit.
Yeah. So the act of observation of something causes the actual art to no longer be art. Right?
I mean, unless you can book a private session where you just stare at the art piece.
So when in that sense, right, when a DJ DJs music, right, it's no longer the appreciation, like you no longer appreciate the song. You are now appreciating the observation of others appreciating the song.
The crowd becomes the art.
Yes, the crowd is the art.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Actually, that's a
is
very
true.
interesting stance.
I mean, that is one of the
But
main.
Skrillex said it, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
soft skills of
crowd is the art.
DJing.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's why maybe boiler rooms are so interesting because it is not the music that matters.
It's the people in the background.
Yeah, it's the art of controlling the people around you to have fun.
Yeah, to control that vibe.
Yeah, you can control the
make
vibe.
people dance and everything.
So maybe that's the thing that we are like DJs are moving towards. It's no longer the appreciation of music itself. It's the appreciation of the controlling of crowds.
Exactly. Like for example, you try to practice a very solid routine, right? Then everybody like, oh, versus you fucked up, then somebody like the facial reaction, then you know the IG story reel will zoom onto the person's face, right? Then there will be a viral moment. You know? Yeah. So it's actually, and then talking about like whether you want to chase virality or not, right? It's like if you don't have eyeballs on your music, right, no matter how good it is, it's never gonna see the day of light, lah. And why is it more increasingly important, right? It's because of thanks to the internet, thanks to the democratization of musical release. Now we do not need record labels anymore. We can just like anybody's grandmother can post on Facebook, TikTok or whatever, right? And that's their way to release, you know. And since everybody can release, right, then the thing that stands out the most then will be able to get attention, right? So packaging now becomes the new important thing.
Yeah.
Last time people was like, don't judge a book by its cover, but now it's all about the cover.
Yeah. I mean, the cover needs to be appealing, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So at the end of the day, are we still doing the arts anymore? Back to the question, is creative success even meaningful anymore? Like for example, if you're a successful singer, are you even a singer? You know, recently I told you all, right, we met this DJ and then the manager is like, oh, I'm gonna make my DJ so famous, gonna play Tomorrowland and everything, right? And then then he's like, oh, do you have any tips? You DJ for so long already. Then I say, if it was just about DJing, right, to be the best DJ in the world, if it's just about DJing, right, so many people will be playing Tomorrowland already.
You will be playing Tomorrowland.
Yeah, I hope so. I'll be playing Tomorrowland. Yeah. Then it's about so many factors, right? It's about music, it's about your skills, it's about your PR, it's about your customer service.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like, I mean, at least to me, like I split DJing as two different sets of skills: the hard skills and the soft skills.
Yeah.
Hard skills are all your technical stuff.
Yeah.
Like wow.
Whether you can design on Canva or not.
No.
That's part of DJing already.
Your technical stuff, as in what you do behind the deck.
Yeah.
Like, can you beat match properly? Can you choose the right song and everything? Then your soft skills are like your networking. You know what I mean? And also reading the crowd. Like essentially evaluating the vibe of the place and everything. So like if you can balance these two skills out, right, then like the more successful you'll be. That's what I feel.
Yeah, like for example, people saying that Rihanna is like the greatest artist of her era, right? But her artistry is just like 10% of her. The rest is her fashion brand, how she A&R. Like she sing the song, right? But she might not write the song. So she choose the right people to write the song. That's a skill also, you know. And then the kind of collabs that she picked. So it's everything, right? But people just view Rihanna, wow, amazing singer. But does that kind of like fulfill you? I don't know.
Actually, the thing is, since Rihanna doesn't write her own songs, right?
Yep.
But
maybe some, but not all. Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that she has zero clue on what
zero input,
right? So I think you might be creatively successful, but you don't have to be creatively successful in everything. Like if you're good at singing, right, it means that
you don't have to mix, master, produce, bro.
Yeah,
you can just sing.
You can just sing. Then, but it also means you need to have some creative understanding
about the other aspects.
Yeah, about all the other aspects. Like if the song to you as a singer doesn't sound very like well mixed, right? You can raise it up to the person who your mixing engineer, tell him like, can you do this instead? Can you make into this sound?
Yeah.
She doesn't have to understand the exact details. It's just that I just want something like this.
Like this part a bit louder, then this part no kick drum, then the kick drum come back later, you know, that kind of thing.
That is becoming technical. It's more like vibes based.
Or maybe that people there's zero technical.
Yeah, so she probably has zero technical, but she understands what she wants out of a song. So maybe that's the creative mastery she has. Yeah.
which is why like just now I was like mentioning earlier to you all, right? It's like people say that do what you love, right? Then you never work a single day in your life, but it's wrong. Do what you love, right? You're working 24 hours. So you should actually reframe it to do what you like, then you won't work a single day of your life, then do what you love at your free time.
No.
So if you love singing and you don't want to make this a career, right? Then you can just sing. But if you want to make this a career, you need to do singing, learn how to design Canva, learn how a bit of mixing, mastering, how to A&R people, how to communicate, how to dance.
Yeah, how to present yourself.
Yeah.
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 It really has to be a whole package nowadays because like
Exactly, because like for example, you can sing. Oh shit! Now you can sing. I can dance. Then you must one up me, right? Then you must start doing break dancing.
Break dancing.
I don't know. Must do head spin or
No. It's no. You need to go into acting.
acting.
Then that's called the triple threat.
Then must hosting. Yeah.
Oh, that's the ludicrous route.
Yeah.
So really, it depends on like, do you love the craft for itself, or you want to like take it and make it a career lah?
I see. It's never easy like aspiring to manage your fame.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like only people see the good things that fame comes with.
Yeah.
But not a lot of people understand like the crippling kind of like factors that affect you when you are so okay. Let's not just say internationally, but just like widely known. Like hey, you're the something guy. You know what I mean? Yeah, like just
something guy.
Yeah, like you're just walking down the street. Like, hey, you're the something guy, or like maybe you say a certain phrase. Can you say the phrase? Can you say the phrase?
Oh, you're known for that one thing.
You're known for something, right? And you are, in a sense, like famous for it, right? Nobody really conveys that sensation to you because like not everybody gets to experience fame.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I think there's a very good example is my podcast with Benjamin King. And then he's like obviously a fucking god, right? He can play like 10,000 instruments, and then he can sing, he can act, he can everything. And then his first video that got super viral, right, is his farting video. The wife, he asked the wife like, hey, can you guess my fart? Then the wife did like a fart like that, right? Then the fart literally sound exactly the same as what the wife did like with her mouth lah. And then it just got super viral, 100 over million. And then everybody like, hey, you're the fart guy, right? You're the fart guy. Then he's like, what the fuck? I've been doing so many shit.
Yeah.
Then I'm known for that, you know. So it's like in my podcast with him, he's not like super upset about it, but it's a very ironic moment. Like, what the fuck? I've been doing this for so many years and I'm known as the fart guy. Yeah.
Okay, interesting question. Would you count that as a creative success?
Oh, that's such a question.
I mean, that moment is like really that fat again moment lah.
Right.
So at least
in
like,
a sense, it's creative content, right?
I would say, let's just say if there's a 0.001%, right, of the people from that video, right, discover me, right, it is still 100,000 people, right?
Yep.
Right, and then they'll be like, so this guy, all he do is fart.
Yeah,
he definitely do more things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're still doing creative stuff.
Then they find out, oh shit, this guy can do like a billion things, you know?
Yeah, precisely. But does it categorize under?
I think it's like a necessary evil. Right.
I know. You know what? No, it's not creative success. It's just
marketing.
That is just marketing.
That's marketing. Okay.
That's just putting crap out and see what sticks on the wall.
So
then
it
apparently
contributes to the success.
Yeah, it just contributes to it. So apparently he just threw a ton of shit to the wall, and then that one thing just stuck like stubborn. It's stuck like hell, and it's like you can't scrape it off anymore.
Yeah. But
okay.
damn, I wish I had like this kind of like viral moment, because it's firstly you never harm anybody. Secondly, it's like a good fun, you know, and it's like it's genuine. Yeah. It's not like staged lah. So it makes it even more epic.
Oh, you know what? That reminds me. Remember the stupid meme of the Octoa?
Yeah.
Wow, dude, she's super famous now.
Yeah, she just capitalized it entirely. So is her entire career
a
creative success based on that one random interview?
Wow, dude, many people, the Catch Me Outside girl also then become a successful rapper, everything. Like, wow, all these, you know, then you see subreddits like people is like, wow, I still got tuition bills to pay. I try to aspire to be a scientist. And then this hardcore person just, you know, earn so much money while I'm like, studying my ass off.
Yeah. But then again, she died off damn fast anyways.
She started to do some philanthropy shit and then go into some controversy
stuff.
Yeah.
Then I'm like,
just
from that interview.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy how things. You know what? We should just randomly interview people then.
Yeah.
Next time, see what happens. Just randomly interview people in a club.
What I tell people, are you open-minded?
You just randomly do shit in the
Wow,
car.
bro.
Oh,
Fuck,
shit.
man. Why, you're right. Why
So
practice
like
so
make the
hard?
interview very serious. Hey, I got very
Yeah.
something very important to tell
very
you.
important.
Are you open-minded?
Oh wait, no, that's very similar to the Tokyo Sims
Yeah.
formula where he just asks people, interview people on the street, and then you know people in like kabukicho,
Mhm.
they're there just to fuck around. They're just there to like say stupid shit, do stupid things,
Yeah.
and then they contribute.
Like this guy's interview is like, are you Japanese? Then this girl really look Japanese, right? But she's Indian, so no, I'm from India. And then it's like, okay, can you guess my underwear color or some shit? Then he starts speaking Hindi.
Yeah,
like super random. It's like plot twist, you know.
But it's likely.
But is that a creative success?
It's likely.
Oh shit.
It's likely is scripted lah, but people don't know that. People not sure, don't realize it.
Yeah, but I guess maybe there's two kinds of success, right? Success that like self-fulfilling success and like commercial success lah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, self-fulfilling, commercial, and then another one is like, do you like maybe touch people? You know, if you can touch people, yeah, emotionally, let your music touch people emotionally.
Okay.
Yeah, then if I guess success is really like a metric that you determine by yourself lah. But then the thing is like most people allow society to determine what
their own success.
Yeah, like for example, if my track got this number of views, then people say like, wow, fucking good, you know, then I will agree with them. Like, oh, you know, it's like whatever other people say. It's not like your own, what you truly value.
I see.
So now next to we go into the human factor, right? Is it possible to have commercially successful art without pain?
Commercially successful art.
No.
Yeah, because if you see all those like, you know, the guy that like, I don't know, pluck out his ear or something, the one that do the painting one, the shit, what is this?
I was gonna say something very.
Okay, yeah, say.
I mean, as long as it doesn't hurt when you fart, then that's probably a commercial success.
It doesn't hurt when you fart.
Yeah. Then you can just make a video out of it, right?
Van Gogh.
Oh, Van Gogh.
Yeah, like all the, you know, Starry Night and this,
okay, so,
you know.
So Van Gogh, right? Okay, it's pronounced as Van Gogh.
Yeah. Right.
He was never a success in his lifetime.
Yes.
He was, well, he died thinking he was a complete failure as a painter. And then all his art, right, was only critically acclaimed after his death.
Yeah.
So he never got to experience his own fame.
So maybe the art is about his life and the suffering that's translated through the artwork, right? Maybe.
Yeah. Shit, where's my phone?
Yeah.
There's one more artist that I also want to show. I think I cannot remember who. Let me
It's
just.
kind of sad, like you have to, or not have to, but like you only get recognized when you die. It's kind of weird.
Back to the question, right? Is it possible to have commercially successful art without pain, right? Like, for example, if you had fun making something and it goes super viral, right? Does it not constitute to successful art? Or people have to watch you suffer, right? To feel the sincerity, like, whoa, this guy practiced 10 years of turntablism. Yeah.
Oh, hitting too close to home.
Art form that doesn't matter.
Oh no.
Then when you scratch, then people are like, noisy lah, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I would say, if you enjoy it and it works, it's fantastic. You know what I mean? Like it feels amazing. But when you suffer, but people like it, right? You start questioning what you've been doing. You know what I mean?
Okay, so
I thought when you suffer, right, then people like it, then you can finally stop suffering. You can earn some money to go holiday.
Yeah, because like you start looking back, like I'm suffering, but like people like it. I'm like, what am I doing wrong that I'm suffering to the point that to make something that people like? You know what I mean?
That was kind of Japanese live streamer, right?
Okay,
he live streamed his whole life.
Okay, so actually I got very good story with this. So
Van Gogh.
No, not Van Gogh. It's this Japanese singer.
Okay.
So her name is Miki Matsubara. She was a J-pop artist, but in like the 80s and 80s and 90s. Yes. Yes. So here's the thing.
Hey, don't copyright this one.
In her time when she made her music, right, she was completely suffering. Like she hated it. She hated doing everything she ever did. Right? And then she was like never found really any success, any commercial success. Like she released a lot of music, And then she died in like 2004.
Oh.
And then it was only like several years after her death, like the rise of city pop, right? That people started loving her sound. Yeah. And then actually the thing is that a lot of the city pop artists that people love today all never found really much success. It was all considered like
ahead of their time.
Yeah, not even ahead of their time. They were just considered cheesy, shitty pop music that people just release and then nobody liked
generic.
It. Yeah, it was very generic. But then nowadays, actually, yeah, still nowadays, city pop is still considered like a very nostalgic and beautiful genre.
TikTok revive it also.
Yeah, TikTok also revive it. And then every time you hear city pop in like, especially in TikTok or in shorts with the correct context, like it feels very like nostalgic and nice.
Yeah.
So for that, right, do you think will you feel good? No, like if you don't feel good now, right, will you feel better if people will eventually enjoy your music after you're no longer around?
That's what I'm hoping, man. All my podcasts now no views, right? But 10 years later, right, one person in my podcast become famous. Let's just say one day you suddenly become a world famous engineer, right? Then everybody go watch all your clips, bro. Then my podcast all the views. Then all my views go up, all my views go up. Well, I'm hoping for that day. You know, legacy views, right? Legacy views. That's why we all do YouTube, release music, right? Because of all the legacy views. Yeah, but that is like that is what we really hope for, because there's as music, because it's very or with any arts, right, it's very unstable, right? You need as many ways to earn as possible.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but she never earned.
Yeah, she died. Then 20 years later, then somebody make a TikTok. Wow, then make it super viral. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Allow it. So we do the TikTok dance in the grave.
Yeah.
That's where they're rolling in the grave.
Rolling in the deep, bro.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, I think it's still really sad. Like, you suffer through it. I mean, that's really.
You don't get to witness or enjoy the fruits of your labor in your lifetime.
Exactly. But like for Van Gogh, he felt like he was a failure, but he loved painting, right?
Yeah.
But in this case, she didn't like the process of what she made.
She never liked anything she did.
Yeah, so she didn't like what she did.
Yeah. But why she still keep doing it?
Because that was the only way to earn money. Like that was her.
Yeah.
Like, imagine you absolutely hate DJing. You just hate, but you can DJ and you can earn money.
Okay.
So she just kept doing it.
I mean, it's just like my engineering. I can score good grades, but I don't like engineering, that kind of thing.
Yeah. So so exactly.
Damn.
Yeah. So it's kind of sad that some people never experience their own fame.
So that means the journey is actually very important, because you can put out, the only thing you can control is the output. You can put out a lot of stuff, right? Rather you can only control the input, like how much you put in the work. Then once it's released, right, it's really based on what other people think already.
Yeah.
So it should the as a musician, to prevent yourself from going crazy, you should just focus on the journey. You should just at least enjoy the journey, because you also don't know whether the work will be well received or not, right? Yeah. And then if you constantly create, right, with the end process in mind, right, like, I want to make sure that this get a certain number of views, and often the times you probably won't get it, because art is so subjective, right? Yeah. Entertainment is subjective.
And you gotta see the reach that you're having access to. Because like if you only have the national reach, you need to accommodate for like the national audience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if your reach can go like all over the world, then
then that's the problem. If you too accommodate, right, to the national, right, then your content becomes too colloquial. Something that I learned. Then only Singaporeans will understand. Then people from other countries, they're like, what the hell is this?
But then again, right, songs like City Pop was made specifically for the Japanese market. But then somehow it just managed to gain international.
But then Japan is a
fame.
big country though.
Yeah, but it's a very, very niche.
But you see, people appreciate Japanese culture more than Singaporean culture. They still think Singapore is like part of China or something. They're like, got this country, man, what's this? Like, at first they thought like, oh, your accent, nice African accent, nice. They thought we're from Africa. So we don't even exist.
Wait, I should say, that's actually very interesting, because Singaporeans do sound like Africans.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the way our we sound like a Chinese.
African.
No, it's really weird, because I haven't had to analyze this properly, but apparently we do.
Yeah.
Right. It's very interesting.
Yeah, the linguistics
So I think maybe we are not big enough for our culture to matter like size wise and culture wise. Our culture, honestly, Singapore is like basically copy paste, everybody mixed together.
The rojak of culture. Yeah,
but isn't that
we don't have our own thing, Like French have their own thing. The French have their own thing.
I think Singaporeans do. Singaporeans do have your own thing.
I mean, it is unique that we are a mishmash of multiple cultures.
Yeah.
but like it's still adapting from like
Is
the
it maybe
main
not enough
culture,
critical
you know?
mass yet? People don't know us.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. Do you think there is a Singapore sound?
Sound.
Sound.
Yeah, there's a sound.
Complaining.
No, like if I were
I don't know lah. Fuck lah.
okay, like
Actually, I don't think so, honestly.
let's say you had to pick a song that represents Singapore. Like when you play that song, right?
This is home.
That's not a national song. That's not a National Day song. You know, like for example, the Plastic Love, right? People when you play that, people think of Japan immediately.
Plastic Love is by Disco Hue, right?
No, Plastic Love is also a city pop song. Yeah.
Shit.
Or like when you say Vocaloid, you know that this is Japan.
Yeah.
French, you have like, do you know the stupid like French sound? You know the
Yeah.
Ratatouille.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
Miraya Take Chuchi, Plastic Love. Oh, okay.
Then like Americans have their country music. Right? Belgium has their techno, like whatever. Like, do you think Singapore has a sound?
I think we're still cultivating lah, because like, you know, we got so many different artists, so many different genres, so many different communities, right? We're all making our own shit, right? And then we don't have like a collectively we agree like, this is the thing, you know. So I think maybe too young as a nation to have a cultural sound. I don't know.
You know what I think?
What do you think is the Singapore sound?
The Siam Diu sound has to be Singaporean.
Like Euro dance,
Yeah, there's like a Euro dance. There's like a flavor of like Siam Diu Euro dance that
in the name.
Yeah, I think
it's fast Chinese music.
Yeah, fast Chinese.
Yeah,
but
I
it
mean,
cannot
that
be any.
came from China also.
But it's not. That's the thing. I think right. There is a Siam Diu sound that is associated with Singapore.
Okay.
So what are we talking about that we suddenly reached this point?
Actually, yeah, I forgot what.
Maybe the fellow who produced it has, you know,
suffering.
Creative success.
Or will you consider that a creative success?
Maybe he had to ghost produce it, you know. Then he's like, oh.
I mean, depends. I guess like success is like different things, right? Like commercial success, or how many people you have touched, or whether you feel satisfied yourself. It's like different kind of success lah, and you have to view it differently lor. So depending also on how badly it is required to sustain your life. Do you need to use this? Like you release this Smart Yao track, right?
Yeah.
Does this Smart Yao track
put food on the table?
Yeah, required to pay your rent or something. If it requires to pay your rent and it doesn't do good views, that means consider a failure to you lah, you know. Yeah, but maybe some kid riding his e-scooter will love it. Say it's a commercial success to all.
You're gonna hear it on the JBL on the way.
On the JBL. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean like it how's that? Honestly depressing. That's why I would say I would reevaluate what I'm doing. If I hate the process, I hate what I made, but people like it, right? I would really like reevaluate my.
So that's not a success to you.
Yeah, honestly, that's not a success. If it's at the cost of your own kind of like creative morals, right? Then
that's a good one.
It kind of like hurt you a little bit, don't you think?
Yeah, because as creatives, you are putting in your
like
a piece of yourself in the work.
Yeah, precisely. And
you be juggle DJ germs. Whoa.
Yeah,
and people like boo. Then,
yeah, they're like, oh, okay, never mind. You know. But if it's something that I love but people don't like, right?
Right.
It's not that bad because I felt like I done a service to myself.
Right.
Like if people cannot appreciate it, right? Or not a lot of people appreciate it, at least I myself as the artist, I can appreciate what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
Which is why if you look at song credits, right, you look at John Summit or you look at like James Hype, right, then under the production credits, there's a lot of co-producers, right? A lot of my friends are also doing co-production work or ghost production work, right? And they felt like producing for other people is less stressful than producing for themselves. Because like they produce for somebody else, they just follow instruction, okay, I just do this, that's it lah. You know, but if I produce for myself, right, putting my name there, right, and this is how I feel about it, right, and then you tell me it sucks, you're like, oh.
Yeah, like, damn.
So even though it does a lot of views, right, but some people might not feel that that's a commercial success, lor. And I guess that's the human factor, right?
I mean, I think for like ghost and co-production, like it's also not that detached sometimes because like words can get out that this guy did the ghost production. So people would then people would then like realize that this is actually your sound.
Right.
So I think another famous one is like the Porter Robinson. He was a ghost producer for who was that song? he ghost produced one of the songs.
On whose album?
Shit, I cannot remember. It's a very famous fact. Porter ghost produced for
Songs that Porter Robinson's ghost produced.
Clarity.
Clarity, yeah.
Yeah, so
What?
Z released the song Clarity.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the whole song was ghost produced by Porter Robinson. And then now, right, Clarity is more associated with Porter Robinson than Z. Because he is so much more
What?
famous than Z.
Is it? Is
Yeah.
Porter Robinson more famous than Z?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't know that. Because
Like the song is now associated with Porter Robinson than Z.
I thought, because if you see as Z, right, monthly Spotify listeners, right, it's like 16.9 million.
Yeah, but he doesn't, that is
Porter
not
Robinson.
his famous song. Or rather, a lot of people realize that Porter Robinson just is a ghost producer.
Mm-hmm.
So people feels that like, oh, that song is more him than the actual
Porter
artist.
Robinson only got 1.8 million monthly listeners. That's like one metric to determine fame. But actually, right, you see, in Singapore, we have Porter Robinson solo show, but we don't have a Z solo show.
Yeah.
So that also can show real life more fans, maybe.
Yeah. Also, I also don't think he realizes that the cultural impact of Clarity in Singapore.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
The cultural impact.
Yeah, the cultural impact of Clarity in Singapore in like the Siam scene.
Yeah.
Wow.
Huge,
Do they?
Yeah.
I know. Groove
Coverage.
Groove coverage realizes that Singaporeans fucking love their songs for some reason.
I think there's some...
They were in
Marquee the other
Singapore.
time,
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they realized that why is it that this one random country, right, just absolutely fucking loves our song like nobody business. Like, like they just come here and like they feel like
forward every single thing.
yeah, exactly. It's like what the hell? How do you all know?
And we are not like English looking, you know. We are like you know, Indian, Chinese.
We are as Asian as it comes,
Asian
you know.
as fuck, but all sing word for word.
Yeah.
Yeah, like just imagine if you like your just market branding, right, was like super popular in like some random city in Cyprus. Like you just go down to Cyprus and then everyone recognizes your face. And it's like, what the hell?
I'm like,
Who am I?
hey.
You guys. What did I do?
You say go to a bar where everybody knows your name.
Yeah, exactly. But it's a random bar in some random city.
Yeah, precisely. But I mean, like that's gonna be pretty cool though. Like you gotta step into this place and like, hey, what's up? It's like, hey, you're James, right? And I'm like,
Who are you?
yes. You know?
Yeah. It reminds me
That
on
would be a
this
very interesting feel.
story of, I think, Shah Rukh Khan or something. Shah Rukh Khan is this Bollywood actor, right? And then he has huge Japanese fandom.
Oh.
Yeah, and then there's this Japanese couple, right? They go and learn Hindi because of him.
Oh.
Yeah. Then to show their appreciation on how much they love his art, his works and everything. Yeah.
Wow,
Have you actually seen his movie?
creative success?
Yes, but I don't really recall. Like when I was younger, probably.
I've watched. Actually,
But he looks handsome as fuck, bro.
Yeah, he's handsome, and then he's a very good actor. He's very, very good.
I mean, it feels like what K-pop idols are doing to like many of their fans also. Because I know of someone who actually learned Korean because like she was a big fan of K-pop back then.
Then
Yeah, then it's like right now, like although she doesn't really listen to K-pop that much anymore, she still retains the knowledge of like speaking Korean.
yeah, it's like a residual
Residual understanding.
as a byproduct. Yeah, byproduct.
Actually, this is just a fact that I just want to share that is really interesting. Did you know that Frank Sinatra, was considered a band, right, or a singer that was only liked by teen girls?
Oh, is it?
Yes. So Frank Sinatra in his heydays, right,
He's a white guy with a black guy voice, right? Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's Bing Crosby. Frank
Sinatra.
Yeah, Frank Sinatra is just famous for his singing, but he was very famously his songs like were only liked by like teen women.
Right.
Like, and he was like he's basically the American version of a K-pop idol.
Yeah.
Right. But the weird thing is that today, right, when you ask people what they think of Frank Sinatra,
High class
he's
music.
high class, very
Classics.
classic, very beautiful, very vintage.
Posh.
Yeah.
Vintage. Yeah.
So it's very weird to see the change that like music that back then would
Exactly.
be hot
It's like
for
what I
teen
said,
girls.
right? You can control the input, but you cannot control the output.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, people can think whatever they want about your art.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like it's up to them to interpret it.
You know, so maybe now, right, we all look down on Si Wang Mi, right? But then 10 years later, it becomes a connoisseur with pair with whiskey.
Yeah. Is it because super
Sipping with cigar,
I think it's
slow down to
actually
95 BPM.
actually that would be no,
Yeah.
then it becomes the original song again.
Oh yeah, maybe
It goes back to the original song.
yeah, that's true, man. Okay, so we derail too far away from the topic. Is
Okay.
creative success worth the pain, right? Now, because of social media, right? Do you think that social media and branding intensify whatever pressure you face as a creative? Like you need to struggle to practice all day, make your art perfect, right? And then now there's social media and all that kind of stuff.
They just want one good take, right?
No, it's more like you need to do more and more things. Now it's like you can't just be a singer. You need to be a graphic designer. You need to be a marketing. You need to be A&R. You need to be like PR. You need to be networking. You need to be sales.
Mr. Pankale.
I think
Yeah.
okay, I think for me, right? Not say for me, like what I think is art does need pain. But you don't need to
No pain, no gain, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, Jet. But you don't need to put all the pain
In one department.
Yes.
Ah.
Because the thing is if you feel like you have to suffer for success, right? Then maybe you should evaluate that maybe is this the success you really want? Because you don't have to be like let's say you get a few gigs a month and then you're happy, you get to play your own music. That's probably worth the suffering. But if you have to like go through so much, right? Just to get like that much more fame, right? Maybe it's not really not worth it. You just do to the level of pain you are willing to accept. You don't have to go more if you don't want more. Yeah. But then again, if you want more, you have to.
Yeah, correct. There's a price to pay for like anything that you want. That's why like even if like let's say what I said just now was like if I don't like what I'm doing and people still like it, I'll reevaluate but it doesn't stop me from doing it because I need food on the table, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
If that's my full time
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like certain kind of situations you need to kind of compensate for your different needs or you know what I mean?
Yeah. So linking back to the question and linking to your point, right, is do social media and branding intensifies pressure today on musical artists, right? And then you said that you don't need to put everything in one egg. I so totally agree. Like most people feel like, right, as musician, you don't only need to practice your craft, you need to do social media, you need to do graphic design, you need to go out and reach out to people, reach out to sponsors, do a bunch of stuff, think about strategies and all that kind of thing, right? But then because of the fact that now everybody also need to do the same 20 things instead of just one thing, it is more acceptable to be not perfect at everything.
Yes.
Yeah. Then it kind of, in a way, take the pressure off because, right, according to Pareto's principle, 80-20 rule, is it?
The 80-20 rule.
You spend 20% of the effort, right, you can get 80% of the result.
Yes.
And then to get the last 20%, right, in order to reach perfection, you need to spend 80%. Yeah. So maybe you just everything spend 20%, 20%, 20%, and you're actually quite good at it. Can you imagine you are good at 20 things at 80%? That's actually freaking good, yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's better to be 3/4 asked in 20 items than whole asked in 5 items. I don't know the mathematics.
They say, right, there's a
full ass 2 things, then 3/4 ass 7 things.
Yeah.
The more answers, the better.
Yeah, I mean, sure, you could perfect everything, but I think these days, if you don't really have to be perfect in every single department. In fact, even if you're lacking, right, you can always compensate by like getting someone else to do. Actually,
so there's this quote, right? Jack of all trades, master of none. But the full quote says that, but often, okay, again. So there's this quote, Jack of all trades, master of none. But then there's a second part to this quote, but oftentimes better than a master of one. So I don't know if this is factually true or not, but it kind of makes more sense to the current climate of today. With AI helping you with everything, right? Then everybody now can afford to do more things, right? You are now expected to be able to do more things, be well-versed. You don't need it to be perfect, but at least you need to know that these are the stuff that you need to do.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Because like being like wearing many hats at once, right?
yeah,
can be
in a
like
way,
really,
right, to
really
be
draining.
very draining, but there's also a competitive edge. So
That's why you wear half a hat.
everything
Yeah.
half a head.
Yeah, you wear half a hat.
You wear 20% of the hat.
Yeah. like Buster Rhyme. Every time I sing.
It'll be like Neo, you just go all the way cover your face. Yeah, but it's kind of like refreshing to learn new skills, definitely.
Oh yeah, that is very fun.
Yeah, like learning new things is always fun, but like the constant need to be like an acceptable level of good, right? Like to train to that point, right? Wow, that is the tougher part, I feel.
Yeah, and then as the climate changes, the needs change, then you need to learn new skills, and then it's a constant process.
Okay, so one last thing is there's sometimes also no reason to be like 100% perfect in every skill, because it's sometimes not really that necessary.
Actually, when you reach a point where you can actually start monetizing whatever you do, right, you might not even need to learn that skill. You can outsource, bro.
Yeah, but you still need to know to outsource.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That is
you
true.
still need to understand in order to outsource properly.
That is true.
Yeah,
that is
but
true.
you don't need to have a perfect understanding of every skill you have.
That's where most company fails, right? A rich guy hire a CEO without knowing what the industry is, and then the CEO do correct or wrong, he also don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Then end up the business fuck up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess it also applies to artists. As an artist, you are a CEO, right? Then you hiring your manager, your co-producer, your songwriter, everything. They are all your employees, and you have to like manage them. If you don't manage them, they don't know what to do. They don't know what you want, and then you end up with a messy product.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So lastly is legacy and personhood. So how do creators retain identity when success reshape perception?
I think all you can do is just form a second identity.
Make a
DJ Pickle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Like I think that
RL Grime and Clockwork.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I think so many DJs have like second artist names, second
.com and Marshmallow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's sometimes no way to change people's perception of a specific
Maybe the branding
name.
too strong already.
Yeah, like you have a specific branding and people like, oh, they latch onto this branding. And then there's no way you can change the branding to what you want to do. Right? Or even if you do, right, you lose your income source. So what you do is, I think a lot of artists, they leave it there. Y'all can enjoy that shit. I'm going to go do something else.
Yeah, I agree. Which is why recently...
Doing, right?
Diplo is a special... Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. Diplo itself is really like 10,000 things in one. Yes. And then he want to do more things. That's why you need Major Lazer.
Yeah, Major Lazer,
LSD, Jack U, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Insane.
Which is why I now also have a separate Instagram account.
Oh.
Yeah, because at first I thought like, I can jam everything in, but then I realized, right, my music fans no longer interact with my podcast stuff, my talking stuff. So I had to create like a personal brand. Okay, this is me. I'm doing all these other things. There's the DJ Leonard account. There's the Revelry account.
You're the holdings company.
I'm the holding company.
These are all your subsidiaries.
Yeah, and I also broke away from that artist identity. I can only be one thing, you know. I can be a lot of things. I can suddenly one day I go and learn medicine or something.
You know what? I think now you're considered Leonard the podcaster, then Leonard the DJ.
Dude, I DJ for like 18 years, right? 16 years, right? But I do podcast for 2 years. I'm Leonard the podcaster already. Every clubbing gig I go, hey, I watched this episode. Wow, this one was very insightful. Dude, walao, everywhere, yeah.
You're not the podcaster,
I'm
not
the podcast guy already, bro.
Is that the creative success that you're looking
for? No, actually, yeah. Actually, like some of my friends express concern. It's like, then like that, people will forget about your DJing thing, right? But then actually, I learned this from one of my friends, Night and Day.
Oh.
Yeah, he says that, right, life can take place in phases. So like, for example, when people say work-life balance, right, you think, you work, then you weekend you do your DJ, then you work, then weekend you do your hobby, right? Yeah, but I say work-life balance doesn't have to be like that. I can work 3 years, then I save up enough money, then I can hobby 3 years. You know, so he's doing bursts.
Yeah, that's the other way of work-life balance. Just like highs and lows, like massive high, massive low.
Yeah, maybe he's like time blocking kind of stuff lah. So that's why I kind of like, okay, you know what? I'm doing so many things, right? Because I have to adapt to the needs of being an artist, right? Not just being a DJ, but turntablist, producer, graphic designer, video editor now, camera expert, door beach, everything is me, right? Yeah, dude, I door beach ticketing, message people come my event, yeah, redesign poster, yeah. But because in order to keep up with the competitive nature of art, I have to do so many things. I have to put on so many hats, right? Then DJ Leonard, the DJ account, right? I already kind of like outgrew it lah. And I only just last week came to terms with like, okay, I'm okay with like being not known as Leonard the DJ. Yeah, I'm like, firstly, I'm me.
The podcast guy.
Yeah. Patrick Lewis, the everything guy, and then you can see my subsidiary companies. My DJ Leonard is one company, Revelry is one company. Maybe I start a cooking channel or something.
You know what? The fact that you
can cook.
Oh yeah,
can cook. Collab with Yen can cook, bro. Oh shit. Wait, cooking channel. Wow.
Dude, no, you have a third.
Dude, you know what a very lucrative channel, cooking channel and fitness channel. You know those kind of fitness channel on YouTube, right? Then it's like, I want to do 15 minutes stretch. Then okay, go back to the same video, right? Then they will gain the watch, what? Because you can keep revisiting, right? Oh, I want to cook Kung Pao chicken or something. I can revisit the menu, right? Then that's where they keep getting the, it's like this kind of, it's called
videos.
Yeah, this kind of like evergreen videos, right? Yeah. Yeah, so this is also another niche that people are going for lah. Yeah, but soon AI can like take, replicate how-to videos really. Then sooner or later, every single video will be just about stand-up comedy, which is like something that AI hasn't yet figured out yet.
Actually, how would you feel, right, if part of your creative success, right, was helped with AI?
I mean, even now, even this podcast also, right? Like, for example, we have 3 cameras here. We, per hour of content, right, we had to manually switch the cameras, right, for 2 hours. So I will delete 2 camera, then I'll show this camera. Okay, this person not talking already. I will disable this side and enable this angle. Then we will just do the whole entire podcast. Per hour take 2 hours. But because we got AI, 40 seconds done.
It does it automatically.
Yeah, it will detect your voice and then you will see your face, your mouth moving.
Wow.
Yeah, then you switch camera, switch.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, there's an app for it.
Oh shit.
And then we got transcriber too also. You upload the video, it will transcribe the whole thing and then come out the words. And then the guest like, hey, I don't like when I say this part about alcohol brands. Then you just Command F alcohol, then you can delete the part. You don't need to watch through the whole thing to figure out where he.
So he'll say like post.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So there's AI is like right now a tool that if you don't use, then you just be left behind lah. If other people use AI, then they win you lah. Yeah. Because all this we can do in 40 seconds, but you take 4 hours. The fuck?
That's true.
Yeah. And then I think also like working smart, right, has its advantage, right? Because right now it is very, very more reliant on brain power than physical labor now. It's even more so lah, right? And now, right, the main thing that will help you win the battle is your brain. And if you are tired, right, and you're not well rested, you already lost half the battle already, the moment you wake up and start with your day. Yeah. So how do creators retain your identity? I think you should be able to accept that you are a human. You can do plenty of different things. Don't stick yourself to one identity. Yeah. Like don't make your job your identity. Like I'm the CEO of this. Then you cannot retrench. Then now what? You are what? Stay home dad. Then you feel depressed. Yeah, because you're not CEO anymore.
Your job now is the stay home dad.
Yeah. So yeah.
But I mean, like, being human also means like you transition from
face to face,
right?
Yeah.
So like it's only normal that like you are, I won't say continuously, but like you reinvent yourself where you need to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And whatever you do in your past, the accumulated knowledge makes you who you are, I guess. And so to answer the question, right, is creative success worth it, right? I think number 1 is determine what your metric of success is.
Yes.
What success means to you. And if you can reach that, right, then that is success really. And you must be very aware, right, not to allow other people to determine what success looks like to you.
Yeah, that one I agree 100%. That must be the thing that you really have to make sure people don't control what is your success. Yeah, like for example, I hope to monetize this channel. I want every video to reach 10,000 views, but every video is like 100 to 600 views, right?
I interviewed the most famous Singaporean, Nathan Hartono, Benjamin King, 500 views, 2,000 views. Lincoln created Zook Singapore, 2,000, 3,000 views. You know, then everybody's like, oh, Lao do podcast so long, so like, you know, I got hear people say, do podcast so long, like waste time this guy, you know. But then right, I realized as a byproduct, right, I meet like for example the person trying to learn K-pop one, yeah. As a byproduct, you meet so many people, and then you make a lot of unexpected friends, and then you form connections that you would have never ever imagined So yeah, so there's always some good. And then I learned so much about cameras that I would have never learned, and I learned so much about thumbnail design. Then now, right, when I look at event poster, right, I'm like, dude, the event poster is missing the point. Yeah, like you are like highlighting the wrong thing, So YouTube really teaches you that packaging aspect, So doing YouTube really is a full-time job, and you learn so much from it, right? Which even if you don't achieve YouTube success, right, you can still apply it to so many things in life.
I see.
Yeah. So don't just focus on
skills.
transferable skills. Yeah. So that's also considered like creative success, Even if you don't achieve the main thing, right? But because you're trying to achieve that main thing, you need to learn 20 things, right? Wow. Then maybe, right? For example, if I don't make it as a YouTuber, but people want to hire me because they think my video editing damn good, then I'm a video editor. Then I also can
Leonard the video editor.
yeah, I'm fucking everything really.
This is like the definition of like shooting for the moon but landing in the stars.
Yeah, exactly.
Shooting for the stars, landing on the moon.
Oh, is it the other one? Wait, what? Landing on the moon?
Yeah, no, she shoot for the stars, you
shoot
land
for
on
the
the
stars, you
moon.
land on the moon. Either way,
And then from the moon,
Okay,
right?
you shoot something, you land on
you
something.
land in space, okay.
remix shoot something, land
I forget
something.
already.
Yeah.
but
But basically,
I mean, like,
you shoot for 10, then you land 8. Then when you're at 8, then you can shoot 12, then you land 10. You know, it's like each step you take is a foundation for the next.
I mean, like, visually you see like, oh, I'm not hitting as high as I thought I would.
Yeah.
But in the big picture of things, you're actually leveling up every step. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And to close this podcast off, right, as Denzel Washington says, you know, making movies is a luxury. Okay, getting shot in the face is not, okay? So imagine you go to war, you help fight for your country, right? And you get shot in the face, all that kind of thing is way more serious. Being a doctor, treating patients, right? These are more critical things. You are doing art, right? Just take it easy. Don't make it like life and death. It's very unhealthy. I mean, you want if you can, and we cannot control your life, but that's just do it the healthy way, you know. Hopefully we can see our art become big in our lifetime. Yeah. If it doesn't become big in our lifetime, right, they can take a photo of it become successful after I die 20 years later, then can burn and then can send me. Yeah.
Put it in the roof.
Yeah.